What's good, guys? We're back at it again. Today we're doing a mid fade on my boy right here. Let's get it. So first things first, I'm gonna set in my baseline with the clippers. If you're new here, this is usually how I do it. Sometimes I'll use the trimmers just for content purposes, but if you're a beginner, I don't recommend that. It can make it harder to erase that bald line later. Once I got the baseline in, I'm going to clean everything underneath with the shaver, leaving just a little bit of stubble underneath the line. And now to soften that up, I'll go in with the trimmers, blade facing in towards the scalp just to make it easier to blend in later. Now grabbing my number 3 guard with the lever closed, this is going to be my length on the sides. Right after that, I'm going to come in with the 1.5 with the lever closed, and I'll take it up to where I want that dark area of my fade to start. This can vary, guys. If I want a tighter, lower fade, I'll keep it lower. If I want the fade a bit more spread out, I'll take this number higher. I've cut this client many times, and repetition trains your eye. Over time, you learn what they like and what fits their head shape and hairstyle based on what they want. Now, without switching guards, I open the lever with my blade facing outward a bit so it's angled out. I'm flicking out lightly, basically just gliding over that 1.5 line to soften it. Now to finalize that darker area, the roof or ceiling of my fade, I'm gonna go in with my thinning shears after. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. And if you haven't started using your thinning shears yet, I highly suggest you do. I'm a big advocate. They've helped a lot of barbers fade better. Now once the top part is set, I'm going to work on the bottom part of my fade. I'm going to go in with the half guard with the lever closed, taking it about 1/2 inch to 1 inch above the baseline, keeping the same shape as the baseline. Without switching guards, I'll open the lever on that 0.5 and just kind of glide over that line. Simple, gentle flicks. In previous videos, I've kind of went over about the angle of your blade and how it matters. So if you haven't, go watch my previous videos. I also explained, that hair texture plays a big role in how that line blends. So in this case, you can see how easy it is with the 0.5 and how it's blending pretty easily. Other hair types, it won't be this easy, so feel free to play around with the 1 guard if you need it. If you have to, close the lever just a tiny bit. Halfway works too. Ultimately, it'll come down to you seeing what fits best for your client's hair texture, but you can use this method as a reference. And now here, I'm just gonna revise a little bit and play it safe, clean it up with the 1.5, because I don't wanna take the fade up too high. So I'm always playing it safe to protect that darkness up top. Now, to pretty much solidify the bottom part into the top part of my fade, I'm going to go in and detail slightly with the thinning shears, and this shouldn't take you too long. I'm only detailing what's necessary, not trying to overcompensate or overdo it too much. And if you haven't watched that thinning shear video, I explain exactly how I use them. The link will be down in the description. Thinning shears saved my life, guys, for real. It's a game-changing tool that completely changed the way I fade. It helped me fade better, scaled my business, and helped me raise my prices. You might ask how? Well, thinning shears made my fades look better in my content, and my content attracted me more clients. So there you go. Now that everything is put together, I'm knocking out that baseline with no guard, with the lever closed, and I'm literally just flicking on that line, guys. If it doesn't fade away, apply a little bit of pressure or lean the blade in a little bit. But be careful though, a lot of barbers don't talk about this. Depending on your clipper and your client, they might have a few little bumps, and clippers can get stuck. And you don't want to snag the skin, so just be gentle, be careful when you're applying a little bit of pressure. Make sure the blade isn't angled way too, in towards the scalp, so you can avoid that from happening. And I'll open the lever as I go, and if I need to, I'll come back and detail with the half guard or the 1.5, just playing it safe to reserve as much of that dark area up top as I want. I'm always trying to just keep everything consistent. What do I mean by that? So what I'm basically looking for when I'm detailing is this. Your fade has to go from light to dark in the same shape you created your baseline, all the way around the head. That contrast has to stay consistent, that gradient, the fade. If there are darker areas, I'll eat them up with the thinning shears to make them lighter and balance everything. If there are lighter areas throwing it off, I'll balance the surrounding darker areas so the whole gradient is even, so the whole fade is even. And I just want to put this out for you guys, don't overthink the fading. When you're detailing or comparing yourself to other barbers, that's normal. We've all done it. But the truth is, this craft takes reps. It takes time, patience, and consistency. Over time, you'll start to figure out what works best for you. There's not just one right way to fade, no matter what anyone says. Different barbers have different approaches, and that's okay. Don't let that throw you off. The important thing is that you keep showing up, you keep practicing, and most importantly, be proud of yourself for even putting in the effort. This fading stuff can take time, but if you stay patient, stop overthinking every little detail, it'll start to click. Trust the process and enjoy the growth along the way. Now, after lining up my client, I'm just going to apply some enhancements to his liking, and that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. I'm reading the comments, and I've noted a lot of your haircut requests, and I'm hyped because now I got a bunch of cuts to record for you. Keep peeping, keep watching, and share this video with your people. Subscribe, like it, and share it, again, whoever might need it. It helps me out a lot, and I appreciate you guys so much. Peace.